welcome to Zine Cuisine. This is going to be your one-stop menu for all the tastiness of zine interviews, zine reviews, zine fests, and, well, DIYs, because let's make some zines, right? Everybody should make them. A little bit about the team that is bringing you this tasty channel, hopefully. Well, you know, I really hope you like it. I'm Chris. I am a zinester from way back. I started making zines in the 90s in middle and high school, so I am old. Just kidding. Made them about how crappy my school day was and cool things that I liked. Scanned them, printed them out, shared them with friends, and occasionally made like a little booklet and would sell it for, you know, so I can buy Sanrio stationery and dumb things like that. Because I'm a weirdo. Anyway, so I now make zines. Still, I'm working on probably 3 or 4 of them right now and a couple other projects. I'm a sequential artist, illustrator, and I'm just all-around art nerd. So the other part of the team is David. David is my husband and total partner with this because he is an editor and writer and kind of nips my weird trailing habits in the butt because, well, in the bud, but I say butt, so mainly because I kind of go off on a tangent, I don't know if you've noticed, maybe. The other person you have not met yet and you will meet shortly is Cricket. Cricket is a puppet sapien and will be conducting most of the interviews for Zine Cuisine. I'm really excited for everybody to meet Cricket because there was a nice little scuttlebutt of, should we have a puppet in the show? The answer was yes, because everybody, like, was just, what? A puppet? Yes, and it's serious because, you know, puppets are cool. Maybe there'll be a zine about puppetry that I need to make or buy or review. Who knows? Anyway, besides the point, let's get down to it. We're going to review Andrew Neal's Meeting Comics today. Really exciting news. This book is going to be put out in a combined book by AdHouse. I am really stoked about this. We love AdHouse in Castle Kinsel here, and we love Andrew. So, Meeting Comics, just, I'm so over the moon. If you want to catch Andrew and maybe have him sign a copy if you're in the Virginia Beach area on February 1st, 2020, you can have it signed and you can get Meeting Comics 10 and 11, which are the newest ones, and possibly get the book, maybe get all the issues. It's a good thing. So without further ado, welcome to the channel. Glad you're here with us. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It means the world to me that we're going to get to share this journey with you. And welcome. Hey, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. This is Meeting Comics by Andrew Neal. We first met Andrew at, I believe it was Greensboro Zine Fest in 2018. Yes, 2018. We're going to go ahead and say that. We picked the first, I think, 3 or 4. Going forward, we've just, you know, every time we've seen him, we've picked up a few more. I just had ordered and got in, but I haven't really opened it and read it just yet, like, completely, because, you know, work. Of number 10, and we're going to be picking up number 11 and the trade when we see him at NOICE. NOICE is a great zine fest, if you haven't already been. It's in Virginia Beach. If you're around February 1st, like I said, go. You won't regret it. It's at a brewery. You cannot go wrong with, if you're an adult and you imbibe in adult beverages, you can't go wrong with beer and comics. Just say it. Okay, so from Andrew himself, he's going to go ahead and say this is rated R. So there's a lot of language, some sexy humor, and that's really about it. Maybe a little butt kick in, you know, because you've got some great little superheroes. And let's go into it. We're going to start with number one. Number one, you can really see the quality of, and I'm sorry, but I'm a big nerd for, I guess you could say format, and I love this format. The little square format is great. It's a good size because you can really see everything. The cover is in color. The interiors are all in black and white. The cover is a nice thick stock, which is beautiful, and the interior is also printed. Usually just some, like, you know, black and one color and stuff, and that's a little less slick, but the other side is nice and slick and pretty. It is staple bound on the side, and 2 little staples, but it's bright and it grabs your attention. And there's one thing I'm a sucker for, is something that's going to grab your attention with the zine. Opening it up, we see the first page. We got letters, we got memos, which is, you know, kind of great, a little HR humor if you've ever worked in an office. And you get right into it too. His artwork has changed so much, and I'm going to show you a little, a little idea of what I'm talking about. This is number 1. This is number 9. Number 9 has undoubtedly, really his artwork. I got to really watch it improve over time. Okay, here we go. We got Val. Let's see if I can find another Val over here. Check that out. She is so different, but I mean, her attitude is the same. I love her stance in the newer ones, but I love how raw and just funny she is completely. I mean, there's a gun there, obviously, you know, that whole humor of, oh my god, shoot me now, this meeting is so boring. Anybody who's been in a meeting, whether it be retail or, I don't know, a cook's meeting or wait staff meeting, has understood meetings are terrible. So going forward, you've got, just even in the second, you've got little portrait action, which is amazing. And I love how in this one you have a little bit of like spot color, which is generally what he does. Is he'll use like post-it notes, and he'll go over something, or I guess maybe he even uses masking tape. But, oh my god, there's a bear booty. Okay. A little warning. So we're going to just kind of gloss over and look. I'm going to go ahead and give this right here. You can see just how much he's evolved in each issue, because he started off as kind of like a little scribble dude, and you can see how he really like started cleaning up and finding a good feel for his character. Any artist is gonna do this. You shouldn't be afraid of putting your art out there if it's not really complete. I've been working with David on a little graphic novel project, and honestly, 2 years ago I started with one way of drawing these characters, and I've completely changed the way they look. Everybody evolves. The more you draw, the more you evolve. So for any of our artists, or also sequential artists, and I guess you could say, like, you know, web comics, look at your favorite web comic. The characters will change over time just because artists evolve. And you can see he put it out there pretty much scribble dudes, which I love that kind of feel, but it has really changed, and it's a very nice clean look. Even right here, this is issue 3, and it's still, I mean, you can see Val's look going forward. It looks so good. But then you get to Saucy Val, which I love. Woo! I mean, this is just beautiful. Oh, some words in there you probably don't want to see. I have to edit that one. Alright, so I was told by the artist and author that this is a companion to the new book that's blue, and it's got the female office warrior. As I'm not going to give everything away to you. I'm just going to kind of gloss over here. I want you to read these. Right here you can see like little post-it notes. I think that's an edit thing. I have seen Andrew's originals, and they look like, here and there you've got to change some things, you got to put things in there, and I don't know if it's a conscious artist choice to kind of give you something fun to look at, or if it's just literally what I do is I screw up and then I try to paste over. But either way, we got, it's a slightly different kind of style here, but still amazing. Look at that. But anyway, then there was the 320 Shades of Grey erotic thriller. I'm just gonna say there's an M. Night Shyamalan ding dong in the back, and it's definitely a twist. Enjoy it. It's funny if you can get your hands on one. I don't know if the artist still has any. I'm kind of hoping he does, because it's bloody brilliant and looks amazing. So what's the takeaway with this is you need to get all of Andrew Neal's meeting comics, because they're funny, they're irreverent, and some of the things really hit close to home. It's a great way to just kind of blow off some steam about working. I don't even know if you like Office Space and all that kind of stuff. There's just that kind of level of humor is there. It's enjoyable. Overall, I'm going to give these an A, not just because I'm biased and partial to a friend, but because the production quality is so beautiful. The paper is, inside does not need to be like crazy thick, but I don't want a floppy cover. I've made this mistake in the past, and having a good, nice hardcover, spend a little extra money on your printer or whatever if you're making a zine, and give it a good harder copy on the outside. Thicker stock means it's going to stand up to your shelf. It's going to stand up to getting bent, and this one, obviously doesn't have any give. If you can do color, if you can afford color, great. If not, color paper is actually pretty cheap. Color cardstock is pretty cheap. There's a lot of things that make great ones. If you need to add little white out here and there to kind of, give a little bounce, go ahead and do that. But color printers are pretty cheap too. I mean, everybody knows where they can go to a Kinko's and make a couple copies. So if you can do that, try to do that. This right here was only on pink cardstock printed with white on the inside. So I think that is indicative of somebody who knows that, the interior stock does not need to be the same as the exterior. Unless you're doing a one-page zine, please try to put some more work into your covers. We're just going to wrap up by saying, if you haven't already, click the link below. Please go over to AdHouse, buy the book, go on Andrew's site if you want the little minis, buy some minis, and if you see him at a show in the Virginia, North Carolina area, stop by, say hello. He will more than likely sign a book and chit-chat with you for a while, because he's just that kind of guy. If you haven't already, go down below and subscribe, follow that little bell thing so you can get all the updates on when we're going to put our tasty little zine packages together for you. And look forward to the next episode. I have some zines coming from different people that I am so also excited about, and might have a couple of Zine Fests coming up shortly. I know we're based in Virginia. We have Hill City Zine Fest in Lynchburg in March. I'm really excited about that. A fellow zinester is putting that one on. We have NOICE on February 1st, and that's at O'Connor Brewing in Virginia Beach, Norfolk area. That one's amazing. If you're an adult and you imbibe in adult beverages, beer and zines go really well together. But other than that, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I enjoyed this. I hope you do too. See you next time, and Bon appetit.